Greetings again, adventurers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II. In the last episode, Therian, Maria, and Guy returned to the Imperial-occupied city of Bafsk and attempted to infiltrate the sewers thanks to a certain informant, because it was the only way to reach the area where the infamous Dreadnought is being constructed. The reason we did this, however, was based on intelligence that the new commander of Bafsk, known as the Dark Knight, had instead been recalled to the capital of Palamecia by the Emperor himself, leaving the traitor Duke Borghen to run things in his stead. Unfortunately for us, that was a clever bit of misinformation on the part of the Palamecian Empire, because when we arrived just at the hangar entrance, who was waiting for us but the Dark Knight himself and his lackey Duke Borghen. And as you can see, the Dreadnought is no longer in the hangar area. Yeah, the Dreadnought is now complete, and with its completion, I'm sure that the Palamecian Empire is already laying siege to the various cities and fiefdoms that refuse to bend their knee and bow to the might of the Palamecian Emperor. But as bad as things seem, hopefully all is not lost. Let's talk to the people of Bafsk. The Dreadnought is complete. This is the end. I wonder about that. But yeah, we failed to destroy the Dreadnought. Hilda just returned. With her back in control, we may have a chance. Seems like the Resistance isn't down for the count just yet, or should I say the Rebels. Rebels, the Resistance, whatever may have you. The Dreadnought is heading towards Poft. That's not good. Because, as we all know, Cid is in Poft, I think. Or is it Paloom? No, I think it's Poft that Cid's airship is in. And speaking of Cid, apparently this person is telling us that Cid knows a lot about the warship. What do you know about it? Absolutely nothing. And you don't have anything else to say either. Well, it seems that with both the departure of the Dark Knight and Duke Borghen, that the Imperials no longer have a use for the city of Bafsk. Well, I'm just grateful they didn't raise this place to the ground, but I don't think the same can be said for Poft, Paloom, and Altair. Yeah, we're going to need to return to the Rebel headquarters and try and determine just exactly what's happened. But in order, before we do that, we'll need to actually see how everyone else is doing along the way, which involves us returning to the city of Poft, which sadly is the first city in the path of the Dreadnought's mighty arsenal. So I shall see you all back at Poft in just a brief moment. Alright, so we finally made it back to Poft, and the boat's still here, as is Cid's airship. That's a good sign, but I'm afraid that's the only good sign that we have. Now this is the NES version, well, let me start that over again. Since this is the NES version, it's not apparent, but the city of Poft has actually been completely decimated by the Dreadnought. So many people died when the Dreadnought struck. Yes, indeed. And Cid is in that pub. We're going to need to talk to him. And also, I had everyone rest at the Bafsk Inn before we departed for Poft, because I needed Maria to get her MP back up. And speaking of magic, not only is Furion's soul increased, but his heal ability has increased to the next level, which is exactly what I wanted. A little correction that I would like to make at this point of the Let's Play adventure is that in the first episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy 2, we're not there yet. We're still 5 games away, or 5 titles away, I should say. Anyway, a mistake I made in the beginning of Final Fantasy 2 was when I said that Furion's actual name was supposed to be something like Frionial. This is actually a sort of mistranslation between the English name of Furion and the Japanese pronunciation of Furion. Because if you look up Frionial on the Final Fantasy Wiki, you will not find it anywhere. So I felt now was a good time to correct that mistake. But it doesn't really matter because I've always called them Furion regardless, because it was easier to say than Frionial. And we were told that Cid knows something about the warship, so well, we'll talk to him about the airship. Like the warship, the airship uses Sunflame for power. And we must destroy the warship. That's all he has to say about it. But now we have a new key phrase to learn, Sunflame in brackets, which ultimately gets rid of the Wild Rose key phrase, since we really don't need to use it anymore, considering the fact that I think it's fairly obvious as to who's on the side of the rebels and who's fighting on the side of the Palamecian Empire at this point. Also note that we can only have up to 4 key phrases at any given time. We're going to have to talk to Cid about the Sunflame, which apparently powers both the airship and the Dreadnought. It's hard to control. An excess of Sunflame in an airship's engine is disastrous. Maybe we can use this to our advantage, but then again we'd actually have to reach the Dreadnought first. Now, speaking of reaching the Dreadnought, you will remember that when we left the hangar area, we went into a room containing a pass that would allow us to gain access to the Dreadnought, if at all possible. Now, at the end of the previous episode, I said that the pass may have been lying around carelessly due to Duke Borgen's customary incompetence. But given how easily we were fooled by the Dark Knight, I'm actually going to say that this pass was left deliberately in order to lure us into another trap, or at the very least an encounter, if not a trap. I actually think that the Dark Knight actually wants us to fight aboard the Dreadnought at some point. And at least Cid's business is still doing well. No need to go to Bafsk, Salamand, or the Sema Caves. We will eventually probably need to go to the Kashwan Kingdom at some point, but not right now. And since we learned a new key phrase, we can actually probably talk to Hilda about the Sunflame and how exactly we go about getting it. And speaking of Hilda, we're actually, you know what, I'm going to sail all the way back to Paloom, since I have the Gil, and because, well, we still have a ship that can sail to there. It'll make it a little bit easier on us, to be sure. So, back we go, all the way to the town of Paloom, which is the next town in the path of Dreadnought. Yeah, the Empire definitely didn't spare any of the cities that they considered a threat, or at the very least they considered, well, those that would not bow to their rule. And the people were despondent about the fact that the Dreadnought is now fully operational. Yeah, a lot of people died in the in the Dreadnought's attack. It just shows you how powerful the Palamecian Empire truly is. And again, since this is the classic version of Final Fantasy II, it isn't obvious that the buildings have been destroyed. However, in the Dawn of Souls version, as well as the other ports of Final Fantasy II, it is actually fairly obvious with all the devastation and rubble and everything. And I think there isn't really anyone else that we can actually speak to here in the town of Bloom. Except maybe we talked to you already. So yeah, there's absolutely no one else that we can talk to about this desolation that was once the proud twin cities of Bloom and Poft. But, well, we're almost back at the rebel town of Altair, and I just got attacked by a couple of goblins, one of whom ran away. Yeah, they tend to do that against foes that are much stronger than them. And we can just sail on Minwu's canoe. And some more enemies that ambushed us as usual. And again, you can't tell, but these buildings have been completely destroyed, although you can probably get an idea because there is absolutely no one around. Not in the main plaza, not behind the rebel outpost. Though badly damaged, it's still here. That's a very good thing. Yeah. Something tells me that the Emperor wanted to set an example to those that defied his rule, but he didn't want to destroy them too easily. That could ultimately prove to be his mistake, but at the present moment, the Palamecian Empire clearly holds the upper hand. So into the Rebel HQ we go. Let's speak to everyone here. Indeed he does. He told us about the Sunflame that could be used to destroy the airship. And apparently Prince Gordon is nowhere to be found. Well, at least you all survived. Unfortunately, the king is still badly wounded. Peace will return only when the Dreadnought is destroyed. Hate to break it to you, but even if we do destroy the Dreadnought, the Palamecian Empire is still here. So only when the Empire is dismantled will peace truly occur. Should you somehow survive, return here. Well, we survived, so we're here. The warship attacked Altair. The townspeople have evacuated. Well, that's more than what could be said for the people of Poft and Bloom. Although, I actually wonder, did the Empire not attack the city of Salaman? I wonder about that. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. The king's condition hasn't improved. That's unfortunate. But we can, we'll talk to you. Let's talk to the king about the Sunflame. He doesn't know anything. So the king has nothing to say at the moment, but I'm sure he'll have something useful for us. More importantly, let's talk to the rebel leader, Hilda, yet again. And these two guards utter the same thing. The warship must be destroyed. Yes, indeed, it has been completed, and we've seen its firepower firsthand. Even if you flee as far as you can onto the farthest continent, the Empire can just fly there with their airships. And in this case, their Dreadnought. Things look pretty dire at this point, adventurers. Looks like we're saying fairly well to Minwu. He's going to stay here to use his healing powers to assist the king, so it's up to us to deal with the Dreadnought ourselves. And Minwu has gone. He hasn't completely vanished, he should be in the king's chamber. Let's talk to Hilda about the Sunflame. You don't have anything else to say. Well, looks like we're going to see, well, if Minwu can actually do anything for the king's grievous wounds. Although somehow I doubt it. The king is very weak. I don't think I can heal him. What if we talk to you about the Sunflame? The Fire Festival takes place once every 3 years at Kashwan. Looks like we'll have to be going there at some point. The Sunflame is transferred onto the Eagle Torch for purification. Yeah, we can't just acquire the Sunflame, obviously, because that would actually be a very terrible idea. We need the Eagle Torch in order to acquire the Sunflame. Exactly what I just said. But it seems that the rebels' morale is definitely at its lowest. Palm and Poft lost most of their populations. And the rebels, well, they've slowly but surely retaken Bafsk, are still pretty much at a disadvantage. But it seems that now the king has something to say about the Sunflame. Apparently Scott was the one who protected it before it was captured and killed by the Empire. And it seems that the Sunflame, well, we're going to have to go to Kashwan at some point. The goddess spell is needed to open Kashwan's gate. Now that is important. We need to learn that. Learn about the goddess spell. Only the family of Kashwan knows where the goddess spell is. And since Scott is dead, the only surviving member of the royal family of Kashwan is Prince Gordon. We're going to have to find him at some point. Otherwise we won't be able to enter the Kashwan kingdom itself, because we need to do so. If we can't, then all this will have been for nothing. What do you have to say about the goddess spell? Seems that Minwu does not like Prince Gordon. Now, before we depart the headquarters yet again, let's talk to Hilda about the goddess spell. Father has become very comfortable for now. That's probably not going to last, because Minwu said that his healing magic would not be as effective for long. Apparently Joseph knows something about the goddess spell, and it looks like we're taking another trip to Salamand. Well, that's going to be our next destination, to be sure. And Salamand is definitely quite a way away, but I'm actually going to purchase some magic. I know I'm going the wrong way here. We should have just gone around via the north part of Altair. There is a spell that we will need. That is the Bolt spell. You know what? I'm actually going to get Bolt for both Maria and Furion. Because they're definitely going to need it. Bolt is definitely going to come in very handy. There we go. I'll be doing a lot of leveling up off screen. I know I should probably sell the longsword and the longbow, and I probably should sell that fire. Do I want? I don't really think I need Furion to learn fire because Maria already has fire. She already has fire at level 4. So I think I shall. No, I don't want to buy anything. I'll sell the fire tone. Thank you very much. And actually, I know you can pretty much sell anything at any of the item stores, but I'm going to go back to the sword and armor stores, because why would you sell swords and armor at a magic store? Why would you buy them from a magic store as well? Who knows? Anyway, I want to sell the weapons. I don't really need them right now. Definitely gonna hold on to the exit tome just in case. And I don't think Toggle has anything to say about anything right about now. I think I'm going to sell the Mithril armor. Get some gil out of that. And I believe now our destination is northbound to the town of Salamand. Right after we get ambushed by a bunch of League Eaters, but luckily we deal with them. And oh, managed to get a bit of gil out of that particular encounter. But as I was saying, we'll need to head over back to Salamand to catch up with Joseph once again in this very slow map area. But Salamand is all the way north of us, so I shall see you all outside the gates of Salamand in just a moment. Alright, so we've returned to the town of Poft and given Sid and his assistant some gil. And now we can fly back to Salamand on the airship. All the way over here. I know we could have walked, but I wanted to get here in style. Saves us a bit of time. But, well, looks like the Empire didn't attack Salamand after all. Which is the only silver lining to this, because everyone else got completely decimated. It's good to see that everyone here is still alive. You're too kind, Nelly, but you are the man we want to talk to. Well, you can tell us about the Goddess Bell and the Sunflame. Apparently Scott hid it somewhere in the snowy mountains. Unfortunately, we can't enter without an ice sled, which Joseph so happened to conveniently hide in the Semet Cave. Apparently, a secret chamber exists on the ground floor. Apparently, he's marked the way for us. Is actually going to join us for this particular portion of the quest. I wonder if we can talk to him. No, we can't talk to him about the Sunflame. But anyway, Joseph is now a part of our party. Hooray! I believe that wow, his power, agility, and vitality are at 24. And he appears to have weapon skills in hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, Joseph pretty much is a monk, or a black belt, as they would have been known in the previous Final Fantasy adventure. Basically, we're going to keep him that way. We're pretty much going to have him use martial arts for the entirety of the time that he's with us, because like Minwu, he will not be in our party for too long. He has leather armor, helmets, and gloves or gauntlets. He also has a potion and a piece of garlic, which might seem innocuous, but believe it or not, garlic actually does have a very useful ability, especially against undead monsters, for those of you who are familiar with vampiric mythology. Basically, garlic deals garlic 3 against undead monsters, which is kind of useful if you're underleveled, and especially against low-level undead monsters. Of course, later on, when your party members can just pretty much deal significant damage to monsters anyway, it's not that useful. But believe it or not, you can't actually buy garlic. You can only acquire it from the various Imperial soldiers wandering around certain areas, which is the only way to get pieces of garlic. And speaking of equipment, everyone else still has potions. That's good. And Guy still has his antidote. We still have quite a few potions and antidotes. So we're all good. And we should probably say farewell to Nelly. I'm sure he'll be back in one piece. But, well, time to leave the lovely snowy location of Salamand, and I believe I'm going to call this an episode. And when we return, adventurers, we shall head over to the Semet Cave and retrieve Joseph's ice sled. As always, dear adventurers, until next we meet.